What is going on, everybody, and welcome once again to the Saturday Night Shenanigans here on what is, for right now, being called the Reliable Network. It's been kicked around, a couple other things being thrown around, but kind of enjoying that little moniker right now. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to begin to bring in the cast of regulars here. First of all, we're going to bring in Walter Cruz, who just got done calling the chaos that was AEW All Out.
Uh, 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 I don't know what to say. Like that main event that wasn't professional wrestling. We literally witnessed a murder. what? Where can you go from here? Like, what the hell is AEW right now? Holy shit!
Hey, trying to do whatever they got to do to make an impact. Pun intended. I mean, we all know how their ratings and everything, and just the general perception of AEW has been slipping over the past year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been 1 year to the event that CM Punk was fired. I think they were looking to make a statement here tonight. And we'll get more into that as we begin to discuss the fallout of All Out, as that will be the opening topic. Let's go ahead and bring in the other people. We've got It's a me, Mario Hebert.
I had a whole skip planned. It went right out the window after I saw that fucking chair shot.
Jace, for the first time, I was at a loss for words.
Very, very conflicted. Sad that it had to come down to this. We've seen two murders in pro wrestling. Everything has been done except murder or attempted murder, and now it has been done on a grand scale. Twice on the same show. There you go.
James, I have to remind you that there has been attempted murder. Remember Roderick Strong using Jeff's fiance while she was pregnant with Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
There has been attempted murder.
Yeah, no. I said well, I love Jeff, but I said grand scale. This was like in front of millions of people.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, even though it was PWG and they were able to draw a good couple hundred to that tiny, tiny little Jewish community center that maybe should have only held 150 tops. You know, they were packing in 250, 300 sometimes. It's still not an arena setting. So I will give you the grand scale.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I don't see anybody else popping in yet. Noah, if he comes, will probably need a moment to collect himself, go to the bathroom, whatever. So,
yeah, right.
In keeping with the gimmick of professional wrestling, James, you did say his name. You didn't say Joe Hendry, but you did say his name. So he shall appear, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the Shenanigans. Jeff Meacham is in the motherfucking house.
Ah!
He's back.
Well, you're also muted, bud.
All right, we're coming in hard with the botch. All right, fucking hell. Anyway, damn it.
You're also coming in without your studio microphone. By the way, it's on the laptop mic, Jeff.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I think it is.
No,
is
it's not.
It's the way it's supposed to be, James.
Oh, okay. Yay.
Jeff, I pray. I hope you didn't watch that last match.
Oh no. I watched the whole show. I saw one friend of mine almost murdered by a plastic fucking bag. I saw another man get a needle in the mouth and then hit with a chair shot that even Ken Shamrock and Rock are going, ooh, that's a little much. Dude, at least that attempted fetal murder of Roddy Strong was on the pre-show where he belongs, motherfucker. Anyway. It's a long night here at the Meacham studio for sure, and that's why the vaccine is already out. Cheers, folks.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh man, I made that one a little strong. Whoopsie doodle. All right, anyway.
You probably need it strong.
It's. By the way, glad to be back. First time on the renamed Saturday Night Craziness. The shit. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Shenanigans. I'm glad we're doing all out first. I'm glad we're doing what we're doing last, because I've said my piece on the last topic twice this week. So I can just go, I defer. Because if I say any more, I'm going to get in more trouble than I already am with the people involved. I'll leave that one where it is. But it's good to be back. It's good to have an opportunity to talk to the crowd on a Saturday. Yeah, like that says, super chat if you want us to talk about stuff. We've got stuff lined up, JJ. So
that's the first thing we're going to get into is All Out, the fallout from All Out. I didn't get to see the show,
right.
So I don't really have a whole lot to add to this one. So I'm going to throw it to Walter first, considering he sat there with Noah and called the action for the show. Walter looks like he is more speechless than the live-action Aladdin tried to make Jasmine. Because she had to sing a fucking song about how she wouldn't go speechless.
That was a deep cut. I'm here for
Like
that
Walter's like looking like that right now. Like he doesn't even know how to verbalize what he saw in the last two matches. So why don't you go back to the beginning and talk about the stuff that wasn't attempted murder?
Yeah. So to begin, MJF and whew, that was a hell of a match. That's how you open a pay-per-view, damn it. They set the tone. And I mean, look, blood right off the first damn match. But Garcia and MJF were personal. They went back and forth. Beautiful match. The pace of this pay-per-view, I got to give it wasn't too many big promos in between. Nothing. They were just going match after match. Great pay-per-view overall. It's just the last two things got me a little whew. Women's match, Mercedes, there was a little bit of a sloppiness between them two. Maybe it's just a chemistry thing, but there were a lot of attempted stuff that just didn't go smooth. I won't use the botch word because, they're professional. They tried to do what they got to do. It is. I know we make jokes about it. It is a little disrespectful to people who are in the profession to try that. So I'll just say maybe it was a chemistry issue or just a little slippery thing. There was a lot of blood tonight, so you could have slipped on anything. But I mean, the young fucks, we knew they were going to keep the belt. They're booking themselves but as much as I dislike them, that was a hell of a match. They put on a good match. And damn it, Claudio, and they had it. They really had it. And the Elite just pull the little shenanigans and they keep the title. But then we got to the main event. Bryan Danielson, and hell of a match. I got to give Jack Perry credit. They went back and forth, almost all on his own until there was a ref bump. But then, as we all celebrated, we get happy. Bryan retains. Christian comes out teasing that. I don't know if you could say cash in, but I guess teasing a contract. I don't know what you call it because it's
We'll just go with cash in because it's easy.
Yeah,
contract invoking.
Yeah, there you go. Trying to invoke his contract, blocked by the Blackpool Combat Club, only to turn around and turn on Bryan Danielson on something that makes no sense to me. This came out of nowhere. Like, what the hell is this new group? I don't know. They kicked Yuta out, basically. They held him at bay because he wasn't trying to let Bryan go through that. And then we see attempted murder. Literally, Jon Moxley puts a plastic bag over Bryan Danielson and suffocates him to the point where oxygen had to come to fix this man. I don't know where you go from here because obviously, Christian can get a title shot whenever he wants. And then I don't know. I don't know if Moxley's the next contender or Darby Allin Darby Allin's in the win. So I don't know why you did this angle before Darby Allin gets his title shot, because now everybody's just going to want to see Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. To hell with Darby Allin. Like,
Maybe
so
they'll
I don't know
build
why they
for
went there.
Mox at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But then you get to the main event. That this match, and you can't even call it a match. That shit was not a match. It was a brawl. It was a fight. They literally, pun intended, went all out on each other. Blood, like he fucking stapled pictures to this man's face and chest. He literally took his pictures of a memory of his family and stapled it to Hangman Page. Blood right off the rip, and then we seen a man get sedated in a match. I don't know what was in that needle, but he sedated him, and then a unprotected chair shot to the head, to the point where the camera even panned out, just so you don't see it. Like,
Dude.
that's why I was hoping Jeff didn't see it, because that's traumatizing. That's concussion city there. Like, unprotected, sedated man on his knees gets a chair shot to the head, and he gets knocked out. But besides that, it was awesome.
I got very lucky in that the feed I was on in Less Than Legal Video was a bit behind the feed. So I saw our buddy Denise Salcedo's tweet about how the ending to the match was crazy. And when I saw the needle come out and go into Swerve's mouth, I'm like, all right, well, you kind of put together what was going to happen. As soon as I saw the chair, I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn away. Didn't matter. The impact reverberated through the goddamn house.
Dude, it was so... And by the way, let's just point this out. I feel like we need to. We know it wasn't real. He wasn't actually sedated. We know. Thank God.
That makes it worse, though, because that means he took the chair shot full on the face.
Yeah, I know. Was the acting worth it?
No. And that's the thing, James. Here's the thing. Buy the shirt. Please buy the fucking shirt. I need the money. Like, I need the money bad right now.
Yes.
PayPal. Yeah. Please help me. But buy all the shirts in triplicate. Buy them for your dads. They won't know why. It doesn't fucking matter. This whole show just completely proved every point of why wrestling for the longest damn time was a niche brand that appealed to the lowest common denominator. And that is going to shit on people in this company that I have a genuine affection for, that I care for greatly. And I'll talk about them before I really get into the meat and taters of shitting across the last two matches. So the Acclaimed in the main event show 2 weeks ago on the pay-per-view. Now they're in the freaking pre-show against the Iron Savages. So what the fuck have they done even on AWTV? Aren't they a Ring of Honor act mainly? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Dustin Rhodes' career renaissance. I'm here for every bit of this. Like, just please. I asked during the show because Noah and Walter came on right as the Bang Bang Gang had won their match, and I was like, "Did the Bullet Club name get taken away from everybody? Did the Bullet Club finally go, okay, y'all can't use this shit in TNA anymore or AEW anymore?" I never got a confirmation on that. I like your comment, Daniel. You're not wrong, which is the saddest part of it all. Yeah, Max and Daniel was about as good as I figured it would be. I don't necessarily, the aftermath was kind of like stupid, like, "Oh, I'm gonna shake your hand. I was just trying to get you to get to this point." It's like, no, Max, you're a scumbag. Just let yourself be a scumbag. We love you for it. You're our scumbag, goddammit. We corrupted you. It's all our fault. Fucking Bucks win. Whatever. Ospreay and Pac going 2020 is everything, because not only did they have a great match, but it was 20 minutes, 20 seconds. So hindsight being 2020 match of the night. I cracked myself up. I know Jenny didn't like the fact that Statlander beat Willow, because I know Willow's your girl, but Stat was where it's at on a Saturday, brother. Saturday night.
Hey, you know what? I picked her in Noah's predictions thing because at the end of the day, she needs some victories.
Oh, God, yeah. God. Yeah.
Willow picked the stip.
Yep.
Stat should get the win.
Yep. And again, how long do we put up with that raggedy bitch Stokely before she drops him? We'll see how that goes.
Well, I mean, we've got to deal with another raggedy bitch for at least 5 years, according to the contract she signed. So,
anyway, I pointed this out to you guys in group and on Twitter. Okada, Mark Briscoe, Takeshita, and Orange Cassidy 5 years ago, main event, any goddamn company in the world. Take my money. It's fourth to last for the Continental Championship. What the fuck are we doing with these guys?
Yeah.
Okada was the best wrestler on this planet over Bryan Danielson 2.5, 3 years ago. Afterthought. Mark Briscoe is legitimately the Ring of Honor World Champion. He's in the fourth to last. And Takeshi and Orange Cassidy are buried in this shit. I'm sorry. Good match. Not a great match. Good match. But fourth to last with those four guys? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Mercedes and Hikaru had a good match. Mercedes had a good match. It's the one time you're going to fucking hear it out of me. Because I'm tired of coming to her defense when it's not valid. She's a good wrestler, but I'm just not a fan of the presentation. She's just there like everybody else. If she's supposed to be this big fucking deal, let her be a big fucking deal. You know, and having the commentary on this match was god awful. I'm gonna briefly shit on Taz because it went from Taz lamenting Camille's lack of presence to him and Tony getting a little lovers fucking quarrel. Like, shut up and call the match. Who gives a shit? Brian and Jack was good. I'm not a fan of Jack Perry. I'm never going to be a fan of Jack Perry after what went down, but he and Brian went almost 30 minutes, and I can't even talk bad about the match quality. Once that match ended, is everything from that point forward why wrestling will never, other than WWE, ever be more than an appeal to the lowest common brains in the world. Feel good moment. Brian retains, keeps his career going. His buddies raise his arms in victory, and then they turn on him and they try to smother him with a plastic bag. You know what? That works maybe in '89 with Terry Funk. But to be fair, TBS had to crack down on WCW for doing that. You know, they mentioned, JR mentioned, no, it was a different match. I'm sorry. There's just no, Tony, I guess a while ago talked about, he books for the psychos or the sickos, the wrestling fans. It's like, look, I've been a wrestling fan it'll be 32 years in a couple weeks. No, I'm sorry. 34 years in a couple weeks, 22 for the podcasting stuff. Sorry, I get my even numbers mixed up. I've been a fan for 34 years. And that ending and the entire main event, no appeal to me whatsoever. It was just too damn much. And again, that's the main event having Hangman Page. Again, Hangman Page was the whole reason this whole AEW spiral started, in my opinion. But the weaponry they use in that cage match was just beyond, not even necessary, just beyond anything. A cinder block that's not gimmick to break, multiple blows on it. And then got that stupid spot at the end with the unprotected chair shot, fake needle or fake sedation or not. That I've seen some bad shit in wrestling. I've seen some dark shit in wrestling. Okay. That is, for me, one of the worst. It's right up there with Boss Man being hung from the Hell in a Cell. It's just unnecessary and doesn't drive the plot any farther and gets comments that are perfectly valid, like Daniel's, about CTE just right away for these two guys. I am glad, quite frankly. I'm proud of the fact that I pirated this show, Tony, because if I would have paid $50 for it, I'd be more sick to my stomach than I am just for having watched it. If it makes me an illegal pirate and a copyright infringer, then fuck me. Suspend me again, YouTube, you dickheads.
Yep. Yeah.
James, go ahead and bring it home.
I'm of two minds of this. Like, the ending, the angle, what's so absurd to me is, like, I was looking forward to this, and now it's like, I wish I didn't. I liked the match up until those spots. It was brutal, but it wasn't like... Is it weird that it wasn't as brutal as it wasn't so brutal that it overstayed its welcome until the freaking last two spots of that match? Is that unfair to say?
No, I don't think it was near as unnecessary as Full Gear when people are drinking fucking blood.
Yeah.
Until those last two spots, yeah, I'll agree with that. But the drinking blood versus the unprotected chair shot after a sedation, it's like they're neck and neck now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I get the whole idea of violence and stuff. I get it, but I think we went a bit far there at the end. I mean, we had that weird. Couldn't you just hit? I don't know. Like, I'm sorry. There is one other spot that was kind of screwed up, and that was the stabbing as well. That kind of made me uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie. That was a bit rough. The stabbing kind of made me uncomfortable. Like, I kind of get it. I understand why we got to that point because you burn a man's house down. So I'm like, all right, fine, whatever, fine.
I mean,
it works.
Man's house down. That's
but that's what I'm saying. Like, why does it have to be like? I swear to God, if this is it, fine.
right.
If this is it, fine. If you're gonna do this last chair shot to the fucking head, I'll let it slide. But don't fucking do it again. Don't do it again. Enough. It's not worth the CT. It's not worth the goddamn concussions.
It better be it, because where the hell else can you go from that match anywhere else?
No, exactly.
If Swerve is on TV anytime after Wrestle Dream, I'm gonna be livid beyond recognition.
No, there's no way after that.
He should be fucking gone for a minute.
He's gonna be gone for, I'd have to say, until what, next year at least.
I would say that even in the realm of wrestling, at least give it a pay-per-view or two's rest. So I just got a donation I want to thank real quick. It's from Emmanuel. He sent me $5, so thank you, Emmanuel. A flamethrower getting a man suffocated by a bag. Like, at this point, where do we cross the line in AEW? I fear we might have an incident like Big E or worst case scenario, Owen.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not a sicko who doesn't understand why this is necessary, but I'm kind of fed up with hearing and seeing stuff like this happen. Emmanuel, I know it's not 80s karaoke like it was in summer, but you are not alone. Yeah. We are here with you.
Well, yeah.
It's unnecessary.
I feel that, well, here's the problem, and it goes back to the same fucking problem that it has been. They chased away their cash cow to make other cash cows, and this is the desperate takes that they had to go to, because you and I might not think it, but let's be honest, Jeff, they do.
No, I know.
Because they put themselves in this situation. So,
yes.
At this point, I just throw my hands up in the air and said, fuck it. Fine. Fucking go full Chainsaw Massacre for one night. If that's what's going to get you to your goddamn story angles, whatever. At this point, I don't care. Just get to that point where you don't need to do this shit on a weekly basis. Please.
Jay, before we move from All Out, let me ask you. Walter and James, you guys actually got to see the show on screen, right?
Yep. Well, I wasn't on screen. No.
What I'm saying is you got to see it on your television screen.
Yep.
Did Jack Perry make a reference to Punk and the wristband at some point? Did I miss that? Somebody mentioned, a couple people mentioned on
I
Twitter.
said it. Yeah, he gave. There was like a wristband given to Tony Schiavone, and I was like, "What the hell was that about?"
Again, yeah.
Again, Jack Perry not being able to move on with his goddamn life. AEW not being able to move on with their goddamn life. CM Punk is not going to make you guys any more money.
No.
You're just making him money at this point.
Yep.
Paul Levesque's not going to turn down the free press you're handing one of his top re-signs in the last 25 years. Go for it. Continue the dumb fuckery.
It's so stupid.
It is stupid.
It's such a stupid. It serves no purpose. That's why I was saying, like the gimmick, whatever, in the ring, he's great. He constantly has to rely on the crutch of the Punk shit every time. He had no heat. Everybody was talking about the fact that Danielson was suffocated over the fucking match he just had with Jack Perry.
I mean, I mean, to be fair, that's a higher priority situation than the fucking world title match.
But even still, the point is, it had no heat that they had to do something that drastic because the match was fucking heatless.
Well, no, again, to the point of no heat. Last month, or 2 weeks ago, he has a match with Darby that should be a freaking milestone thing anywhere. He beats Darby in what has become Darby's match.
Yep.
And then he locks the coffin and goes to use fire, because we got to have fire again. And the only reason there's any kind of fucking pop is because Sting came out to save the day.
Hey, at least it only took 2 weeks for an abomination to happen and not a fucking day like last year.
Yeah.
There's at least that.
I'm just saying. Jack Perry's story has relied on Sting and CM Punk.
Yep.
A guy who, for all intents and purposes, is retired from ring competition, and a guy who doesn't even work there no more.
Yeah, like Darby, I feel like is about to get something new with whatever the hell this Chainsaw Massacre group is that's going on with Mox. I liked Jack Perry. I wish for Jack Perry his career would more go like a wrestling career than go by the way the story his father did on Out 2-0, where it's going to take a literal car crash to snap him into reality. Yep.
And then when that does happen, he's going to find some woman, marry her, have a great night, and then she's going to get blown away in a fucking car.
Yeah.
This kid's got no luck.
Yeah. True.
And again, he's created a lot of his own bullshit, to be fair. But yeah, his heat is because of a retiree and a guy that's already gone. Terrible booking. And this is why podcasts I listen to, podcasts you guys do, just can't let it go, because they don't let us let it go.
They don't. Yep.
At all.
They don't. And don't give me the fucking excuse of, oh, you guys got to let it go because they'll just keep doing it and then it will work. Don't give it a reaction. No, it's go away heat, and it fucking is a ratings killer every time he's on. Don't tell me that's not us tuning out. Fuck off.
And I'm telling you,
Dom has. You can't.
Yeah. Nobody,
exactly.
Nobody in Jacksonville that makes the decisions gives a fuck what the four of us have to say, which is kind of stupid on their part, but that's just my ego and my bullshit talking. But yeah, Dominic is the only heel I remember in the history of ever that turned heel when he was already heel. He is my favorite person in wrestling right now. I swear to God, I love Dominic Mysterio.
I do too.
He's got the kind of heat that Jack Perry would suffer a blowjob for. He's that over. My God. Dom's got that nuclear heat, man. I'm so proud of that kid. Like, God.
He would suffer through a blowjob for it, Jeff. Dominic doesn't even need to suffer for it. He just gets it.
That's what I'm saying. He's got a hot wife, and he went from a hot mommy to a hot live. You know, hey, Dominic has no suffering going on whatsoever. And
the new Latino heat.
Don't spiral like Eddie did, Dom. For the love of God, reel it in. Oh my God,
a little bit. Keep the women gimmick though. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
I swear his wife said something, because you notice they haven't been kissing; they've just been.
Oh yeah, you know she was like, "All right, motherfucker, look."
Yeah, they've been rubbing noses instead of kissing. His wife must have said, "All right, enough of that shit."
That's it. The one in Cleveland was enough. I'm good now.
Yep, exactly. Anyway,
there we go. We ended on a laugh, Jay. Despite all the bullshit at the end, we ended on a laugh. So there you go.
JJ, any further comment?
I like I said, I don't really know how I can add comment to this, because all I got to do was watch Noah and Walter's commentary.
That's true.
I didn't get to see any of it. The only thing I keep drawing parallels to, when it didn't happen tonight, but fucking Adam Page over here trying to be Left Eye from 1994, burning motherfuckers' houses down.
Right?
I'm going to give you access to my trailer so you can see it, because it comes with unlimited replays.
There you go.
You got to see it. You got to see it. Like,
I will try to work it in at some point, but with everything else that I'm doing to try to get a jump on my shows come the beginning of the year, and still staying up to date on the current product.
Yes.
Don't know if I'll be able to sit down and watch a 27-hour Tony Khan masterpiece.
It's not. To be fair, it was. You could like if you put it on 2 times speed, it'll at least be like 3 hours.
And if you're a fan of the Chipmunks, you're good to go.
Exactly.
Well,
Hey, listen, that's how I did the highlight reel.
I know. Oh, I remember.
I mean, but yeah, like I don't know. Like I don't know what it is in either Tony Khan's mind or the performers' minds that make them think that they have to do this type of drastic stuff to be noticed.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between being noticed and driving up ratings and being noticed and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for the last year to year and a half, it's been noticed and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. I feel bad that I ever like defended them too, JJ.
Well, no. Don't go that far because there was a time for all of you day zero people, there was a time that pretty much led up until Brawl Out 2 years ago.
Yep.
That you could seriously defend them and argue them being better than WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But post Brawl Out, there's no comparison. You know, not trying to make a religious comparison here, but it's like, you know, BC and AD.
Right.
And Brawl Out is the birth.
Yeah.
You know, there's before Brawl Out and there's after Brawl Out. And it's 2 completely different companies.
Yep. Let's not even kid ourselves anymore, folks.
Well, but JJ, think about this. When Brawl Out happened, like you said, 2 years ago, this pay-per-view 2 years ago, Vince McMahon was already retired. He had stepped away for the first time. Didn't turn out to be the last time, but it was the road was on its way.
Yes.
At that point, Triple H started taking bigger reins of the creative. And even then, when Vince came back in early 03, or 20, wow, my brain went back 20 years. There you go. Triple H in charge in 03. There's a good idea. The reign of terror forever. When he took over, when Vince came back at the beginning of 2023, he was already out by whatever it was, the summer, because of the shit really hit the fan. So it was only that brief little period of time where it looked like, we're going to regress.
The shit, Willie, Jeff, really?
And friggin' WrestleMania turned out to be a banger because I was there and it was awesome 2 nights. But since Vince retired and Brawl Out, which weren't that far from each other, maybe a few weeks, the shift has definitely been palpable. You could definitely see it on both ends. WWE has took off again with a combination of things. See, WWE has been allowed to push that envelope enough where when they go to Netflix, it won't seem like such a drastic thing when they push the envelope off the freaking roof.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas AEW has just never got back out of that stutter step in the starting blocks. Once that press conference happened in Chicago, that was it. It was the beginning of the end. And I will say, I've said it, and I'm not watching the scrum right now because I'm here with my boys. But I can guarantee you some stupid shit's going to go down here this press scrum. I'm going to go online tomorrow and go, stop these goddamn scrums again like I've done the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually discussed that last week.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Because, God,
I think everybody needs media training. I think Walter is being proven right more and more every day that goes by.
It's just that, you know, for WWE's purposes, it goes back to France and that dumb shit asking about Ronda Rousey and her allegations. Like, why? First of all, why wasn't that guy vetted? Second of all, why would he think that's okay to ask? And somebody pointed out to me on Twitter, well, it's all the Europeans' fault. It's like, okay, well, then we'll see what happens after whatever the hell the next show is for WWE. I forget. But it's here in the States. No, I take that back. It's in Bizarro World. It's Survivor Series in British Columbia. Oh, geez. They just – I get the the tendency to brand it like it's real sports, especially TKO with UFC or whatever, and AEW's trying to appeal to that sports market, being on the Turner networks and Tony owning every other goddamn kind of sport. But wrestlers, they're not the characters are not going to know why they're not addressing Vince McMahon's lawsuit. Number one, they probably can't. They're not going to answer why Ronda Rousey can't keep her goddamn WWE out of her goddamn mouth. They're not going to answer why Mercedes' divorce was made public. She made the choice in her private fucking newsletter for her fans, you dumb shit. That's why she did it. Didn't think you brought up at a fucking press conference. How did this make you feel? It's like, dude, you're not talking to Mercedes Bernardo, you blithering idiot. You're talking to the TBS champion who just had a decent match at All In. That bugged the fuck out of me to no end. The one with Cody bugged me enough where I spoke up. It's like, all right, here we go. Another example of an idiot. Walter, you are spot on, man. The media either vet these dipshits when they're coming in or don't have the press conferences. And again, I'm going to give credit to a few people. Denise Salcedo always conducts herself with professionalism and courtesy and class to these people. Same with Chris Van Vliet. When he's at the press conferences, so does Sean. Sean Ross Sapp always goes in there and actually, doesn't step out of line with his questioning.
Right.
Whatever discussion's going on with him and other people behind these screens, that doesn't seem to interfere with his process at these press conferences. Denise is always great. Chris, the people that we see on the regular, they get the mics on the regular, it's because they know what to do and they know how to do it, more importantly. And maybe that is a problem in Europe. They're not over there enough to get that, okay, here's how we do things around here. So don't hold them, because then if you don't hold them, nobody's discriminated against, nobody's left out, nobody has to feel bad. But if you're going to hold these press conferences, you have to keep these fucking people in check. Or there's going to come a time where a question comes across that's so awkward, you're going to hear the air right out of the room.
Yep. I mean, it's as simple as media train the wrestlers, vet the people that you bring into the press conferences, and just fucking be honest about what questions aren't going to be talked about. Just state that out the rip, and we don't have problems. I get the whole freedom of press issue. If you want to make this look like a legitimate sport, treat it in kayfabe and nothing more. If we're going to keep these press conferences, make it like New Japan makes it. Freedom of press don't mean shit in a pro wrestling setting.
Seriously, it's not freedom of press because it's not really press. It's a goddamn predetermined sport.
It's fake press. Make it fake.
Seriously.
That's the whole idea, is for it to look real but not actually be real.
Exactly. There's plenty of fake press
Jesus
out there.
Christ.
Go hire Fox News. They'll take care of it.
Exactly. Or CNN, or they're all the same.
Well,
Fuck 'em all.
CNN be perfect for AEW, the same company.
Yeah, exactly. True.
Try not Larry
You
King's
get
dead ass out
Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper will make it a special appearance on Dynamite. Just seeing here, disgusting actions at AEW All Out 2020.
No, don't drink it. I like Anderson Cooper. Don't drink Anderson down this shit. I actually like Anderson Cooper. He's got the best New Year's show on the earth. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, true that. Yeah.
Compared to these assholes on channel 7 and 11 now. God,
Yeah, true. Anyway.
All right. So hour one's done now, Jay. So,
Oh, jeez.
aren't you glad I'm back?
Welcome back, Jeff. I'm glad you're back.
I told him. I fucking told him. We're not gonna be done 11:30. Oh man.
No, we'll try to be.
Exactly. Thank you, Safet. I love you for that.
I mean, to be fair, it was what was it? AEW All Out or no? All Out was going to be an hour-long discussion anyway, even if you were here, Jeff.
Yeah, the fallout of All Out. But yeah, I went on my little 30-minute tangent as I do. So
we always do that, but yeah. I mean, at this point, if it gets us to the destination that AEW needs to get to, I don't even care. At this point, I'm just throwing my hands up in the air and just waiting for it.
And again, to Emmanuel's point, we all want AEW to succeed.
Yep.
There's only so many times you can shoot yourself in the foot before you have to amputate the limb, dude.
I was so looking forward to it too. By the way, what I meant by that, JJ, was not necessarily the fact that I have defended AEW, and there are times that they were legitimate, and I'll stand on that hill. They were at the time. But you know, it was legitimate also in the case of I'm really looking forward to Swerve and Hangman because the last fucking segment, the build to this thing was so goddamn good.
Oh, so good.
It was so good. Like, that was the most over Hangman's ever been to me. Like, probably to anybody, if we're going to be fucking perfectly honest. Like, that was tremendous.
Yeah.
Like, that whole segment was awesome.
I was able to, for a brief moment, take away this motherfucker cost us everything because he started the shit with CM Punk. And it's like, he just burned a fucking man's house down. That's hatred. Like, goddamn.
And the difference and the reason I wanted to defend it so bad was because of Hangman and your hatred and other people's hatreds for him, rightfully so, is because the difference between Hangman and Perry is Perry can't get that Punk stank off him. He has to keep it on him at all times, where Hangman has shed that fucking skin. And I wanted to give him props for it, so I did. And I did it for Swerve. And then what do they fucking do the minute I'm defending them when they rightfully fucking earn it? They go around and it's like, haha, here's what you get, fucker. Unprotected chair shot.
Yeah. Well, and again, JJ, to your point, you're not going to see it. Just the whole sequence of it. He purposely ripped the man's grill out of his mouth, which is like disgusting enough. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Then he injected him in his right there. And I was like, oh, dude, I am not watching ER or freaking Tales of the Bad from ER on some fucking random ass cable channel. What are we doing here? And then, yeah, the unprotected, like I said, JJ, I don't know. The chair shot I'm talking about happened before you actually became a fan, but I know you've seen it since then. The one that Shamrock got laid on from The Rock in '98.
Oh, I remember that.
This one was a million times worse. And I don't even speak exaggeration. He laid that chair across that man's face like he legitimately owed him his life for money.
Bro, it was a gunshot.
It was. It made me sick to my stomach to hear it. Like I said, I'm glad I didn't see it. And Walter, I appreciate the offer to go back and watch it on a non-pirated feed. I'm good.
Honestly.
Good.
And here's the other thing. I think he was manly for JJ on that.
I understand that.
But anyway.
Change never change. I love you.
I know. Sorry. But the thing, too, with that is, and JJ, you have to see this just for the sound.
Yeah.
When Taz says it's the worst chair shot he's ever fucking seen,
yeah,
I believe him in this case. And I know people don't like Taz all the time, but I actually believe him there. Because that motherfucker has taken some goddamn headshots.
Taz lived in ECW when Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten had free reign, okay? I'm just throwing that shit out.
Dude, like, oof.
I know JJ was at this show, but JJ, the picture still exists when a plastic PWG chair got wrapped upside Joey Ryan's head, and I ended up with the pieces till they took it away from me, bunch of cheap fuckers. That piece of that chair flew into my hand. I'm like, that could not have felt good going off of Joey's head. Hindsight, maybe not the best, maybe not the worst thing, but that was mean. I don't care.
God damn it, Jeff.
Dude, I've been pent up for a month. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
By my choice. But I think on Greg's show, which is only an hour, and we keep it lighthearted, and then no DQ, where I can't even use the F word on the review anymore. Fucking virtue. So, yeah, fuck you for that too. While I'm at it. God damn it.
Oh no, everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting smoke.
That's it. Everybody's catching the smoke. I got another vaccine and a Jack and Coke in the fridge. I don't give a shit.
There you go.
Anyway. Where's my baton?
I think this is the quietest I have ever been for the first hour.
The poor guy hasn't seen any of this horrid shit that went down.
No. I'm probably not sure he wants to then.
But we had to discuss it. So.
Yeah.
And Arlene with the $5 super chat saying that she agrees, asking Cody about Vince and the allegations have nothing to do with him.
Yep.
It only has to do with him because he's the WWE champion, and part of the lawsuit is against WWE itself. And I understand the correlation.
I think at that point, that's why they did the documentary, by the way. Just saying that.
Well, I I don't know if you guys talk about the Vince documentary already on this show.
No, but I only bring that up because apparently it's supposed to be like a double shovel burial. Apparently,
well,
got rumor on that.
When I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be just a documentary, about. But man, they've been shooting this for a while, and it was shelved because of him getting railroaded out of the company, rightfully so.
Yeah,
but it's like there's more talk with him than anybody. I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm going to sit down and watch this at the end of September. Yeah. And
apparently he gets railroaded supposedly at the end, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. And Jay's going to review it for the members. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed to his members section, it's been a bit between content, and then he gets that. But fuck, dude, I want to hear what he has to say. I'm curious because JJ came into his fandom at a time where the WWE, it's so raunchy. It's so, remember 1998, it's like, man, it only got worse. Like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And now Vince out of the company because he couldn't get his mindset out of that.
Nope.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to apply this to my real life. Let's see how this plays out. Whoopsie doodle.
Right?
The most fucked up way to put that ever.
Was it though, or was it the cleanest way I could say it?
Honestly, probably the cleanest.
James,
Whoopsie doodle works when
James.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah, I hear you.
But James, stop him when he's telling lies.
Right.
Not telling lies. He's not. By the way, you're delayed.
I've been saying that way too much as far as stopping telling lies because it's applying far too much to my daily goddamn life. I need it to stop.
You're right.
Fuck. It's an elbow shot to Mickey Mouse for no reason.
So with that said, JJ, what's the next topic? We'll wait here. We'll wait since you're delayed.
Well, the next thing, since we're already on the topic of AEW, is transitioning into the lawsuit brought against them by Kevin Kelly and Dalton Castle's boys.
I gotta. Well. So, Jeff, how quickly can we do a 180 and defend AEW? Answer this segment.
Yeah. Right now, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so the bottom line on this is okay. Fuck, I'm gonna cry. I got the giggles now. Shit, go somebody else.
All right, so it's my fault. I'll go as punishment. Anyway.
I fuck up. I take the hit.
Nothing, dude. It's a whole nothing burger. Like, god damn, bro, is it a nothing burger? Like, let's be real. Like, okay. Now, I might sound biased, okay, in a lot of cases. Although, I'm not in the boys. The boys were pains in the asses to deal with, and they didn't do what they were supposed to goddamn do on their own volition. That's on their fault. Sorry. The second thing is Kevin Kelly he like disparaged AEW saying, they're misogynist. They chose a guy that ruined my reputation and name and Ian Riccapani and all this other crap. And I'm like, dude, Kevin, you couldn't hold a freaking candle to Ian Riccapani's fucking jock strap. So I don't want to hear it from you. Sorry, bro, but like, I have to defend AEW, which is so funny because we just, spent a lot of time. But I have to defend him here because it's just bullshit. Like, it's the same thing with WWE and that fucking lawsuit thing that's going on. I'm sure we'll talk about that next week when we get more info. But it's like,
with Cody, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
like the lawsuit against Vince is not bullshit. Cody.
It's an open shut case. There's no case here. You freaking disparaged the company in your case, Kevin, before any lawsuit was filed in there. And your whole, what was it? The boys were being pains in the asses to try and get on a freaking taping, which is why your ass got fired 2 weeks before the big angle, which we didn't know at the time and we gave AEW shit for, but after it all came out, that makes sense why he fired him. Finally, Tony fired somebody for not freaking, doing right by his company. Finally.
And in a timely manner at that.
Yes, exactly.
again, I will. I know Kevin Kelly did extraordinary work for New Japan. I know he and Jim Ross did good stuff together for New Japan, but Kevin Kelly will always be Hermie for me from WWF thanks to The Rock. I'm sorry. And I
All right, that's harsh.
I don't care, first of all.
That's fair.
So wrestling will always be a political animal. Wrestling will always be, whatever guy is going to do right by the company. Like you said, James, Kevin Kelly never gave, at least in my eyes, never gave the AEW Ring of Honor merger a chance. He didn't bother to, reel back his comments. And it's like, Kevin, I don't know who's doing English commentary for New Japan at this point. I haven't watched New Japan pay-per-view in a long time. But they're not owned by anybody. They don't work close enough to anybody where there's a partnership that will affect your job, dude. Go find work with New Japan. They know your stuff. They like you. Don't go to TNA. I actually like the TNA commentary team. I love Tom and Matt together. I think they're great. And don't go back to WWE because you're going to get the same shit that you were getting 25 years ago. Yes, it's a different company, but for the first time that I can remember, I actually like the commentary teams that set up, with the exception of Booker T.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's Booker T.
That's because Booker T, and I don't like his commentary style. I never did.
He's just Black Snow 24/7. Like, it's a bit too much Black Snow for me, Doug. That sounds bad. Is that bad?
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Out of context for people that weren't TNA fans, it sounds really bad.
Yeah.
But
probably, yeah.
If you did, okay. If you want to have yourself stomach through it, you can go back and watch when the Main Event Mafia took over Impact. That's what James is talking about.
It is hilarious.
Like, oh my god,
that was so funny, bro.
That's one of those wrestle crap things everybody has to watch anyway. Like,
dude, it wasn't. Well, the problem is, if it was so bad, I didn't know it because it was hilarious to me.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
I love the Main Event Mafia.
Oh, they were, and again, I'm gonna say he's still rebooting himself. Main Event Mafia and Aces and Eights get way too much shit. I love both those factions and pieces. I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. The part that chaps me about this is, JR on the podcast, because I'm a Grail and JR listener. I hadn't even finished the damn show, and Kevin Kelly's comments pop up about how JR called it frivolous and blah, blah, blah. And then that lawyer guy basically completely shit on Jim Ross and Tony Khan for hiring Jim Ross. I'm like, okay, Kevin Kelly said it one way, and at least he kept it, pretty even keel. This lawyer guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Why isn't every lawyer named Stephen P. or Stephen A. Smith or Stephen, quiet? No, his name is New. His last name is New. Is his brain freshly new? Is that why he made such a dumbass comment? Is that what happened?
Well, I mean, he's also, beloved by Jim Cornette. So, that endorsement, such great press. So, I
can't even comment on that without getting a swear word out of my mouth. I'm just going to do that one.
I'm not telling lies.
No. I am a fan of Jim Cornette's work as a character on screen with WWE, with Smoky Mountain, and with TNA. Not a fan of the Cornette that lives on in the internet. Just never have been, to be honest with you. Never been that guy.
No.
Everybody's got their taste. Cornette leaves a bad one in my mouth. So it's kind of, but yeah, this guy who's, I guess, lawyering for Kevin and the boys, it's like, oh, by the way, I'm going to say the Tates because that way I don't, lot them in as the boys, because we all know them as the boys, but, they're not that anymore because they got fired. And they're suing them. And you know what? As a fan, yeah, that sucked because that should have been one of the bigger points of Supercard of Honor, and it fell flat because the boys were no longer quote unquote on the line. Like, okay, what are we even doing? Who gives a shit? Because Dalton's almost homeless. Is that what we're doing now? Okay, got it. Like, fuck. So stupid. And
yeah.
And from an owner's perspective or drama perspective, if the storyline has to rely on you guys, and when you guys disappear, it immediately tanks so hard it was like a Titanic hit the iceberg at 100 miles an hour. Is it? Yeah, okay.
I mean, at this point, they got a better version of the boys anyway. MXM Collective. They'll just join up with Dalton Castle as a trio, and there you go.
Yeah, they're
wrong.
They're getting creepy every week, though.
Yeah, well, Dalton Castle has some sus moments. You kidding me?
Dalton Castle is a sus moment.
Exactly. So is the MXM Collective. Just a tip, by the way. Don't choke on the alcohol. I'm just saying, JJ.
What did I pop back in on?
I don't know.
Talking about tips, JJ. It's okay.
Even our boss, but to me, you said it, James. It's a nothing burger. Like this ain't nothing. So
yeah,
like,
I have
like Kevin Kelly and the boys or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's all I'll say.
Exactly. I think we're all on AEW's side from the sound of it on this particular issue.
So if everybody just joined us, we're talking about people sedating people, attempted murder, boys and tips. Welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, everybody. And Jeff's back, aren't we glad?
Yes, actually, we are.
Yeah, I am. I can't lie. Dude, I've been missing this. Like you and I just feed off each other. Like the tism.
Hours, seriously, we're talking about people bleeding, people injecting people with needles, attempted murder, boys and tips. Like, what the fuck did we even do here? Yeah. What is going on with this show?
And Hermes.
And Herpes. Yeah, that's right. Hermes.
And
yeah.
Herpes.
We didn't say herpes until now, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and say it again. That's okay.
Hermes has herpes?
Maybe.
Oh my God.
So, Percy, what do you want to talk about next?
What the fuck?
Help me out here.
Holy fucking! That was a moment. Clip that. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, Effect. Wow. What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
JJ, track on the train, whatever, or train on the track.
Yeah, I think in order to get order in my classroom, I need to.
Everyone shut the up and sit down.
Yes, boss.
Yes, ma'am.
As out of date as that is.
That's okay.
Is it?
Oh yeah, because
Ridge Holland put Andre Chase in the hospital last week.
Oh.
Stupid Andre.
Turned heel after they lost the tag titles. Destroyed Duke Hudson's MVP trophy and the classroom this week.
Hey, you know what though? Thea Hale's little black number with the gold chase you're riding. I'm here for that all day. Black and gold NXT. Where's Noah when we need him to praise the black and gold NXT?
I think he legitimately got sick to his stomach watching that main event. And what's killing me on that is that he's usually the one that's sitting here like, I like chaos. I like violence.
Nah, I think that was a bit
I
think that was a bit much for him, and I can't even see it.
I know. And
that main event was John Cena.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it might have been worse. I'm not gonna cap, to be honest with you.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, before we transition into another topic that's going to be very serious, and I do want to just really quickly bring this up because I did share it in the group chat. James, more so you than anybody, I'm curious your thoughts on this. Did you watch the Trick Williams video disc that I shared?
Oh, yes, I did. I loved it.
For those of y'all that didn't know, Trick Williams released a music video this past week.
Yes.
Dissing Pete Dunne, where he flows over 50 Cent and Biggie's The Realist beat. Music video has a bunch of NXT cameos, even a few NXT alum make appearances in the form of Julius Creed and Ivy Nile.
Mm-hmm.
Nikita Lyons, who's still on injury, shows up. The Donna NXT, Tony D'Angelo is in it. Fallon Henley is in it. And of course, you had to get Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, Trick's real life girlfriend, in the video. Does that make Lash Legend a video hoe now?
I
Just
don't know.
throwing that out
It's
there.
Oh, Jesus.
For those of y'all that remember video hoes back in the day,
They still exist. What are you talking about? Anyway.
but just wanted to know what everyone's thoughts on that was before we turn to the main event topic.
No, we have to. Oh, no. Okay. So, I love it. It's very nice. Very good. Trick Williams, very good rapper. It's very good. He did
Walter?
good beats. Did good on the beats.
Yeah, he had good flow, good rap. The fact that he had those people in the video and he slapped Lash Legend's ass. Now you got to put that relationship on TV now. Like, you might as well. You already kind of teased it previously, but now just damn full on do it now. What the hell?
So does it become the Meta 5? And does it become Booker T's Fave 5?
That's a meta. Lash, I said she needs to break out. I've been saying that she needs to break out of that group and be on her own because she's pretty much the star of it. But yeah, I like the video. I like the it's funny as hell. You should have had Booker T in it just for the hell of it. Like,
Right?
just
Have him doing a
background
spinner Rooney and everyone be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, wrong plug. Go ahead.
Booker T could have just did some ad libs. It would have made it 100% greater. But I hope they show it on TV now.
Well, my thing was the one critique I had, and it's really just a nitpick criticism, but I would have had Nikita Lyons doing the chorus. You know, because she's actually a singer. She was a singer before she started training in the NIL program. She has tracks under her real name on Spotify. Like, she is a legitimate singer. So I would have had her do something on the track, whether it was the intro, the outro, some ad libs in the back, something to kind of spice it up a little bit.
I agree.
Maybe he'll do that the next one, or have Joe Henry on it.
Well, just in time for the main event, Depression Syndrome, Noah Foster is in the house. And Noah, look at who joined us here for the first time on the Shenanigans. Jeff motherfucking Meacham is in the house.
Hello. Oh, wait, sorry. Hello. Stupid mirror thing. Fuck me.
It happens all the time, Jeff. Always good to see you, bro. Hope you and your family are doing well. And hello, everybody. Oh, you. What?
You good, Noah?
I mean, I haven't been good since 9 a.m. This morning, dealing with a damn sinus headache that really escalated throughout the day. I was basically hiding it. But nah, I took a nap and then I almost forgot. Oh, that's right, Saturday Shenanigans. Because I forgot a couple weeks ago what Saturday night sleeping is like. And I was like, I like it. But yeah, I woke up and it's like, on my phone, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So, and it's all good. Besides, I got stuff to do for church as well. So instead of handling it in the morning with breakfast, I'll just work on it now while you all do your shenanigans. So yeah, I'm gonna be here.
I was about to say, no, you probably came in at like the best time because we were talking. We actually crapped on AEW for the whatever the hell that was at the end, and then we defended AEW, and that was like a lot of whiplash. So it's probably a good time you came in. But
yeah. The basic recap of the before you came in, Noah, we talked about bleeding, injections, boys, and tips.
Yeah,
that's an interesting list.
Doing his church thing. That's what I was doing. I was working on the Scream for Victory Road while I was quiet. They were going off.
Yeah, this guy's working. This guy is also working.
So everybody's working.
I am too, just not right now.
Well, you got here just in time for the main event, Noah, and I don't know if you're going to be happy that you got here in time for the main event, or if when you hear it, you're going to be pissed that you're here in time for the main event because you hate negativity. But Nikki Garcia and her husband Artem and the Odyssey Jones drama. two major domestic violence things that have come about within the past week and a half. Not
Almost
quite
now.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not quite 2, but close.
Something like that.
I've heard and read little bits about the stuff. Jeff, if you can, without going too much either way in a diatribe, because I know you're kind of close to the Garcias, can you recap for those that don't know the extent of the news, what may or may not, quote unquote, have happened?
So what is known is, I forget what day. Forgive me. I'm a drink and a half deep. A 911 call was placed to Nicole and Artem's place out in, I believe they live in Napa Valley. But Artem then allegedly called them off, said, "Don't worry about coming." But police protocol dictates they have to come once they're called. The fire department, the ambulance order, they can turn around. But the police, once they are notified, they have to follow up. That's just procedure, especially in California. And when they showed up, Nicole, or the victim, was allegedly in such a state that they had no choice but to arrest Artem and take him in and work him in the whole thing. Artem was then released on bail, and it came out in the news, and I want to get the word right. So give me a second here to look it up, because it's the wording is important in this situation. I don't like the word. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like what's going on, if I'm just being real. And a lot of you know it, a lot of you don't know it. So I'm
And
just
that's fair.
be where it is and be vague, and unfortunately it is what it is. Just trying to, there we go. So the booking code that Artem was booked under was for what they call corporal injury, which is a step above battery. Corporal injury is a sufficient enough injury where, like I said, he had to be taken in. 25 grand bail is what it was set at, and that's from TMZ. Thank you, Sweetie. Yeah, I'm reading the NoDQ tweet that I saved. So basically, she was in such a state that they felt that they had to take him in. Again, she was part of the Joey. What the fuck's his name? The hot dog eating contest guy.
Oh, Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut. Thank you. Yeah, she was part of that broadcast with I forget who was hosting it, but she looked like she was visually okay, but definitely not without her wedding ring on her finger. And then it came out that she, again, everything's alleged at this point, but that she was seeking a divorce lawyer. And the whole thing for me was two things. One, Mateo was there, and that just fucking wrecked me. Again, it is. But the other thing was, I went back to Tully Blanchard's Hall of Fame speech in 2012, and the fact that he buried his father on a Monday or whatever it was, and got the honor of the Hall of Fame on a Saturday, and how crazy life can change in a week. Brian and Bree and Birdie and Buddy are in London, top of the world, hands in the air, world title over their heads, and 2 days later, Nicole and Artem are going through, and the little one are going through this shit. Just life's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, and we can make the ha-ha we want in this first hour and 20 minutes that we did, but the truth of the matter is life is life. There are real people involved, and it wasn't Nikki Bella having an altercation with the guy in the spandex tights on the ballroom floor. It was Nicole and her husband having a real life fucking situation. Whatever ended up happening.
Yeah.
Nobody outside of who needs to know is ever going to need to know, and that's how it should be. Nicole was asking for privacy this whole time, but unfortunately, once something like that is out there, the public filings, the public discussions are what they are, and anything filed in court or with law enforcement or whatever is going to be out there, and people like TMZ are going to pick it up. I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying they should. but that is the way of things, and I don't agree with it. I spent all last week pacing the house in my mind over it until real life stuff for me took over the spot in my head. And
Yeah.
as sick as it sounds, I was grateful for it because I didn't want to think about my friend being in danger anymore. As far as Odyssey, not a goddamn thing. We don't know anything except what is allegedly out there. But dude's off the roster, has been on TV. It's pretty easy to do. Even Jeff can do that math by the sure show. 1 + 1 equals nope, none.
Yeah, see, and that's a bummer for Odyssey, especially since things aren't exactly known. The details aren't known yet because he had just shown up on Raw. He was making a huge impact, no pun intended.
Right.
His debut on Raw had more social media views than the debuts of Mercedes and Okada and Will Ospreay. And it's like,
Yeah.
this nobody, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
no disrespect to Odyssey,
No.
gets more traction on a debut than those people almost combined.
I think it was combined at one point. Yeah. It's crazy.
And then these allegations come out about him. And again, we don't know the details. We're not here to pass judgment. I'm not a religious person, but I do believe there's only one person who can pass judgment on us. Yeah.
Accurate.
It's just bad timing. It's bad timing for him. And it's bad timing that this happened days, maybe a week after the Nikki incident.
Yeah. Yep. It's one of those, JJ. It's bad timing for him, yes, but as somebody in a relationship that's had both sides of this kind of thing, that's never good timing either way. And the fact that it went on in his life, if it did happen, it's worse timing for the company. It's worse timing for Kofi Kingston and Woodsy. Because they were on their way to some possibly reinvigoration. Now it's like, whoop, now they're backtracking again. So it's unfortunate more for the company and for the fans. If this guy is guilty of this, then, throw the book at him. Or you know what? Have Nicole throw the shoes at him since she's already a bitch for that. Have Nicole throw the shoes at him too.
Yeah, I was going to bring up Arlene's comment, even though it's not a super chat. She did super chat something else, and I was going to hold off on that because it's kind of a detour here. But
it is. But the people that were on Nicole's case for throwing the shoes, fuck you. I said it on Tuesday. I said it on Wednesday. If you are in a situation where you're being attacked, you're trying to get anything you can to deflect. Fucking trying to lion tame that shit with a chair, throwing shoes, something. Fuck you for saying it. That's not okay.
No. If she threw them first, I'm not saying that there's any justification, but there's a huge difference between throwing shoes and throwing hands.
There's a difference between throwing shoes and laying corporal injury on somebody. That's big. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
A big difference.
And there's a big difference between throwing shoes and throwing plates or glasses. Shit that can break and cut you.
Yep.
Although, to be fair, ask Tony Storm about shoes and injuries.
Damn right.
Fuck your shit up.
Maybe that's where all this stemmed from, because Nikki was tweeting during All In about showing Mateo wrestling the first time, and he was enjoying it. And wait till he sees Uncle Brian and Tony Storm, chin up, tits out, watch out for the shoe. And now we got shoe throwing 2 days later. Like,
wrestling is a bad influence, ladies and gentlemen. We corrupted a poor little Jewish boy from Long Island with our wrestling commentary.
Oh no!
Now we got this shit going on.
I'm Latino. I'm used to getting chancletas and shoes thrown at me. Right? I grew up like that, but I never reacted that way,
dude.
James, take your hands off your face. Everybody knows I'm playing. Fucking shut up.
Dude, we are so getting canceled.
Oh my God! Fuck, dude.
James, if we haven't been canceled in the almost 3 years we've been doing this show,
yeah, that's true.
I don't think it's going to start anytime soon.
No, that's fair.
Here's the deal.
We've said a lot worse on this show.
That's true.
No.
A lot of it out of my own mouth.
I've been so viscerally angry about this all week that I have to make haha. I'm gonna start fucking pacing the walls again.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
it's so infuriating because I had people that have been friends with them longer than I have finding ways to defend until we heard more definitive, oh shit, this actually may have happened. Which is what you're supposed to do. It's none of our fucking business.
Mm-hmm.
You should find a way. Okay, we have a comment of the year right there. I don't think anything's gonna top that. Especially the Waffle House that Jade and Dylan took me to on the other side of the tracks in Atlanta. That shit was scary. So I feel you, J Chip, dude. I'm with you, brother. Do not fuck around at the Waffle House in Georgia, folks. Tell you that shit right now.
I've seen clips.
Yeah. But I am both witness to and living proof of nobody, or the good majority of nobody, shows everything about themselves on screen or on audio or a podcast or whatever.
Yep.
I would have been hard pressed to deny, to believe it myself, having met the parties involved. But, to be fair, when I met the parties involved, except for the twins, show day on stage, everybody's got their best foot forward, right? So we'll never know. And yeah, to the majority of the chat room, yeah, it does suck because on the Odyssey Jones side of things, like I said, it hurts the New Day. It double refucks Cross, Scarlett, AOP, and Paul Ellering.
Yep.
Who they've been trying their goddamnedest to do something with. Because what they want to do with Scarlett, in all likelihood, they can't do until they get on Netflix anyway.
Right.
That's true.
All I know is once they get on Netflix, can we get Scarlett on top of the ECW arena doing a striptease like Kimono Wanalea? Can we make that happen?
God damn it.
2,300
sure.
arena will be the amount of charge for that show.
I won't complain, but
No. Then will be canceled. The bottom line is it sucks. And whatever's proven or not proven, whether Odyssey ends up like poor Enzo Amore, who didn't do fuck all except interrupt Survivor Series and get thrown out of the Staples Center permanently, which, still not happy with him for that. But what he was actually accused of, didn't happen.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me forgive him a little bit on that thing.
Oh, on that part, absolutely, yeah. But the fact that he tried to fuck up Survivor Series and now he can't even cross the doors at Staples Center, it's like, sucks to be you, dude.
Oh my God. I don't mean to interrupt, but I have to say this. So apparently AEW is now copyright claiming the chair shot that's like all of 2 seconds because they're getting so much backlash for it. I just want to point that out.
I loved how the Twitter of AEW threw up, we're not going to show the clip of Brian because we don't condone that. It's in poor taste. And then they literally laid a chair across a guy's face in the next match.
Yep.
That's okay. They copyright claimed us last week for showing the footage of the scrum.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Because when we were having the conversation about the scrum and everything, we showed the footage of the journalist asking Mercedes the question.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Just so that people that may not have watched the scrum could see the full segment.
Hey. Okay.
I will say this, since I've been pretty damn quiet this show because I haven't had a whole lot of knowledge about anything and don't have a whole lot of knowledge about this either because it's none of my fucking business.
True.
But I will say that regardless of what the situations were in both these situations, domestic violence is never okay. And I think I care more about what happens as far as Mateo goes than I give a shit about what happens to Artem or Nikki. Because that's between them.
Yeah.
And Mateo doesn't need to be in the middle of it. As far as Odyssey goes, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm on that train too. Yeah.
We need to get out of this social media mindset where you're guilty until proven innocent. Because once the court of public opinion has made their decision, there is no coming back. You guys just mentioned Enzo Amore. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not Jeff's favorite person in the world. Look at Joey Ryan. To this date, nothing has been brought against him in a court of law. No official charges, no cases have been filed against him. And he's still more or less blackballed from the industry.
Yep.
Innocent until proven guilty. Not the other way around, people.
And yet, when it's all but proven they are guilty of the shit they're accused of, people like Tessa Blanchard still get work.
True. Yeah.
That look, never been in the locker room with Tessa. Don't know her from Adam. But if enough people had that much passion about it and had, were witness to it and, can verify their claims with people, more reliable than their own. I know we're talking about Walter. Walter, what are they doing? Don't be bugging this poor man for that stupid shit. How is she getting booked? Because there's going to be somebody in the locker room that's going to cause a problem.
Mm-hmm.
She's talented as hell. She's got that pedigree. Born to Tully, raised by Magnum. Fuck, can you ask for a better combination from 80s wrestling? Probably not. But if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. I mean, that's, my dad takes pride in the fact that he's an asshole, but he's not a rude asshole. He's an honest asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes.
If you know, you know, and if you don't, do your fucking homework, bro.
Amazon.
Rent some Mel Brooks movies.
I think that shit's on Amazon Prime Video. If it's not free on Temu or something, or not Temu. Wow, what the fuck? Tubi. Goddamn, Spaceworld has to be out there somewhere for something to watch. Jesus. And if not, then by God, it should be.
Right.
It's too good. I just cancel culture is very much a thing. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is Alberto Del Rio fighting Nick Nemeth for with all the shit he's allegedly done? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Did you not hear about this, Jeff, by the way?
I probably did, but I've been gone for a month, to be fair.
Okay. So, believe it or not, and I don't mean to side tangent on this, JJ, but since Jeff brought it up and since Emmanuel brought it up in the comment and it was brought on screen, I have to say this.
Well,
I now have beef with Conan.
Oh, well, okay.
And so does King A-Train. Because of that.
I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
In the interest of two things, following the rules that we bring it on screen doesn't mean it has to be addressed.
That's
And
fair.
not being on the air for another 4 hours because of fucking Conan.
That's true.
Because
Okay.
Conan don't deserve that kind of press from us, okay?
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge here, but I officially like to put the kibosh on that before it gets too sideways.
I co-sign with you.
Okay. Cool beans. Honestly, that's fair.
That dude is a serious trip and a half trying to get into my DMs, make me watch his show so he'll agree to be a guest on my show. What? Why do I want to? No.
Chronically online, baby. Anyway.
I fucking blue painted that Max Moon costume gun into his goddamn head 30 years ago. He trippy as fuck now. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good there, Charles. Thanks.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
As far as this domestic shit, man, like, I will say, if it was that bad, man, shit's got to get worked out Be divorced if that needs to be. Don't ever do shit like that in front of a kid. That's my main concern. That's like my biggest fucking concern. I couldn't give a shit about either one of them if shit like that's going down. I don't know the situation. I do care about that Brie was hurt that bad. That's Nicole. That's fucked. Not okay with that.
Nikki's the one that's had the enhancements.
Yeah, well, they're both. I think
no longer the differences between them.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
I was about to say.
I'll be crude. Brie got the boobies done too. Okay.
Jesus Christ!
If you saw it at the bourbon room, man, that top was not having a good time trying to stay in place. Just saying.
Yeah, true. Also, nice, and also the what do you call it? The all in too.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that is kind of settles that situation. Odyssey Jones, I'm with you on. Now, here's the thing. The other people
Buy the shirt, please.
Exactly. Buy the shirt, please. Buy the shirt.
Please, God, buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt.
And while you're there, get the Renegades rules one too.
Yeah. Dude.
JMN Spring, because I need fuck money.
Yeah, and please buy my swear shirt as well. Even
not that we've had that safety record intact for a while, but you know.
Yeah, I know. It's still a 0, by the way.
A hard 0 tonight for fucking.
Anyway. The whole Odyssey Jones thing, I'm with JJ. You have to handle it that way, and I say that for this reason. Odyssey Jones tweeted, "Nobody knows my truth, and there's always two sides to every story." Every other person that has ever been accused with this shit, from Joey Ryan to Alberto Del Dipshit, never said that because they knew it was probably bullshit and they knew they were in the wrong. Odyssey Jones to say something like that, he must know he's in the right. I'm just saying. That's why I'm waiting to hear his side at least, because maybe something doesn't add up. And I say that because it's ironic that all of that happens after Adam Blampied exonerated himself finally. He had come out with everything that happened in 2024. He had made a video. He has all the screenshot evidence that proves his particular situation. Other than stuff that was done in his private life wasn't of a predatory nature, he is cleared. So, yeah.
For our audience, there's no Adam Blampied. Adam is just go back and watch the Greg Cherry show when he was doing the whole Quizlemania approach, because that's the best way I can describe it without going into another tangent. We're going to be on for another 6 hours again.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually 3 sides: side A, side B, and the truth.
Exactly. So, like, when Adam did that, and then Odyssey said that, because after Adam like gave his freaking evidence, oh man, I have to wait for Odyssey, man. I can't decide one way or the other. I will say WWE kind of had to do the right thing in this situation because their hands were kind of tied, regardless. Like, just from a social standpoint, they already got enough problems with the guy that originally ran the goddamn company. They don't need any more goddamn problems. So he was expendable, unfortunately, which sucks because, like, now nothing for the New Day, nothing for the what the hell are they called? The Final Testament, like you said, Jeff. It's stinky and it makes me sad. But who knows?
It does. I'm so bummed for Karrion, man. Like, that dude is so talented. He's great in the ring. He's got that charismatic side to him.
He does, man.
That he can just work it. I mean, God, go back and listen to him and Chris Van Vliet with Jesse Ventura. That shit was gold. But yeah, there are so many far-reaching effects to just this one person's apparent ostracizing from the company.
Yep.
And that That, ladies and gentlemen, is why WWE has tried so hard in the post-Hogan years to not put all their eggs in one basket, even in the context of one storyline.
Yeah.
One injury, one arrest, one whatever, and the whole thing goes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or Ultimate Warrior forcing to get paid stuff. You can't put everything away.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Eh.
The Brock and
I'm going to stop on Warrior. I'm just going to mute myself again.
I'm in agreement with all y'all. The Odyssey Jones is hard to comment at. You need all the facts. It is a little surprising that WWE jumped the gun and just released them, but I understand the reason.
Especially after they did it with Enzo, by the way. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
After Enzo Amore, you would think they learned a lesson, but then again, I think that's why they held on to Velveteen Dream when he first was accused for as long as they could until they finally said, okay, enough. And they had to, I think it's because they jumped the gun on Enzo. They didn't want to jump the gun on Velveteen. And now they kind of back to what they're doing with Odyssey. But there's three sides. There's side A, side B, and the truth. But yeah, you talk about bad timing. The timing sucks. I mean, I guess you could still salvage the New Day thing by just give Kofi Kingston a title shot against Gunther, and Xavier can get jealous of that. And that's if the goal was to break them up, you can do it that way. It can be jealousy now instead of the whole thing with Odyssey. It can be jealousy that Kofi got a title shot again, and Xavier is the one out of New Day that never got a title shot or became anywhere near the main title. So I guess you could salvage it that way, and Cross can still say, I got it in your head, see? And I mean, that's one way you can salvage it, but with the Nikki Garcia thing, like, no one deserves it like that. That sucks. And for people saying that the shoe, you can't compare throwing the shoe that which you can easily dodge to a man 2 times your size doing what he did. So, but I feel bad for her, but hopefully everything's okay and she gets divorced and moves on and becomes happy again, because you should never put, unless it's a life or death situation. I was raised, you don't put your hands on a woman. That's just what real men do. But I don't know. I'm not a fly on the wall. I don't know the situation, so it's hard to comment on everything. But it just sucks at this point, and again, it sucks that you have to bring it up.
It's come out since last week that they had been going through counseling previously when they were first together, and before their wedding. And it's like, some of us knew that, and it's like, well, fuck, we can't say anything because privacy's a thing. But yeah, it's been a rougher road than even people got to see on cameras on E. But it's just unfortunate that a simple request for privacy can't be adhered to. It's fucked up.
Definitely.
Not a fan of that, but again, I've been in this for 22 years, and unfortunately, what we do moves forward on news and information and stories, and just kind of is what it is. There's a couple other stories that we were contemplating for this week that, thankfully, there's not a whole lot of, not all of us have seen the entirety of what we were going to talk about, so it was left off the table. For my sanity's sake, I'm glad of it, quite frankly. But yeah, what we do, what the WQ Review does, all these type of shows, we unfortunately have to rely on the news stories, whether they're good, bad, or in this case, fucking ugly.
Yeah,
it's the beast.
Noah, if nothing, I know that you will say something witty to make us laugh. Have you got anything that you want to add to this?
Well, it's just the price of happiness. Hope it's better in the end for everybody on the other side.
Yeah, that's like you said, Jay. As long as Mateo, I think he's old enough to remember something like this, but hopefully I'm wrong. Again, not trying to throw myself or my family under the bus, but Dylan was witnessing some serious shit at that age. From both of us. So Her
Even
and
if
I,
he-
not anybody else in this room. I mean, it's clear on that.
Even if he's not old enough to remember it, with this day and age, with everything being on the internet, it's be hard to get away from it as he's older. There's a lot of therapy in this kid's future, and it's gonna.
Well, no, and that's something else too, Walter. I was having a conversation with somebody I'm going to talk about when I do my plugs. And a friend of ours, JJ, been clean and sober for 8 months. She's pregnant. Gonna have a baby shower here next week, which is why I will not be here next week. Just sorry for the spoiler and the bad news and the boo boos in advance. But she's been on social media as a result. And that has been more sobering and cleansing for her than actually getting off the booze. And I said, God damn, that ain't the truth, sweetheart. Holy shit, what a profound statement. I'm throwing that shit on the air tonight. It's truth.
Respect.
That's why Noah's my idol, because he doesn't fucking scroll on Twitter and Facebook all day. He comes in and he's like me with my messages. Check shit at the beginning and end of each day unless there's a show going on.
Pretty much.
He's good people.
Well, before we get into the shows and everything, Jeff, did you see SmackDown last night? So you saw who was in attendance?
You know what? I'm going to get another drink. I'm going to go get another drink and get fucked up before this hour. No. Get off my screen.
I had to make sure I sent that to the stat boy because of his long tenured Duck fandom.
Oh, yeah, and fuck Kevin Owens forever again. I was doing good with KO. He and I were all right. He's having Corey Perry help him. Fuck him. Ugh. God damn it, that made me so mad yesterday.
The fact that Wilder came out with a Panthers jersey was freaking hilarious.
Oh, dude, I love that. Dude, Waller, dude, I've been kind of up Jay's ass about Waller. I love Theory. I've been kind of up at the Waller. Dude, Waller's my new fucking hero now. I love that. And the only part was it was a Kachuk jersey. It was like, it's still okay. It's Edmonton, so fuck them. Corey Perry and his douchey little fucking ferret face goatee on my show. He's lucky his kid was there. I would have been far worse right now.
Right. Well, we did have one more super chat from Arlene that I did table because it was wrong time to bring it up.
Yes.
So we will do that real quick, then we'll get into the shells. Arlene with the $5 super chat, and she says, blame my brother for this. But he wants me to super chat how Chase you lost and Thea possibly is turning heel and joining Ridge Holland.
Damn it.
Arlene, thank you for the super chat.
Thanks for your money.
Arlene,
Oh, man.
next time tell Emmanuel that if he wants to say that stuff to super chat it himself.
That's right.
Emmanuel, if you weren't such an avid supporter of all of us, I would tell you to go fuck yourself right now. But because you are literally one of the MVPs when it comes to the fans of all of this insanity,
Yes.
you get this one pass.
Yes.
I think he's gotten the pass more than once. I just want to, you know.
Yeah. But if it happens,
But this is a new set of shows.
That's true.
there you go. There you go.
That's true. That's true.
If it happens, though, JJ will be the first to admit that he was incorrect in thinking that Thea would never turn fully. So there you go.
That's true.
I just feel they've got too many heel women on NXT. They don't need any more right now.
No, I agree with that.
I agree.
All right.
What happened?
Let's go ahead and get to the shells. James.
You can find me
No.
on the Twitter, YouTube, and now Instagram at JHebert95 and on Facebook at JCManHebert. I do really cool. And Tom Tanks on the internet. Go check out J Hebert's Eye. It's up. There's 2 episodes. I might make another episode soon. So there is that. I don't know when that will be. We'll see.
Well, I mean, according to Twitter, you are going to be doing one on the McMahon doc. You know, I kind of teased you and kind of was pushing you about it last week, and you were like, no, fuck him. I don't want to talk about him. Fuck that son of a bitch. And then the trailer dropped and you were like, God damn it, JJ. Okay,
Right?
fine.
No, okay.
I'm gonna do one.
That's Eric's fault because Eric tagged me in the shit. That's not my fault. He tagged me. He tagged me, and I'm like, if they're really gonna defend this guy, I might have to watch it and then give my thoughts. But I don't know what the hell I'm expecting now. Apparently, I'm hearing all sorts of shit. It sounds like it's a double burial on the last 2 episodes or something. So who knows? We'll see. But yeah.
Apparently, Arlene's PayPal exists out of a different timeline than mine does. I just got it.
Oh Jesus!
It is in chat though. It is a chat though. So give me a second.
I got you.
All right, let's see. Super chat, $5. Thank you. I like that Ariana Grace is working with her dad, and can we see Santino make an appearance on NXT? Oh, please, yes.
Noah, how long have I been asking for this?
Well, I mean, Noah, you're muted, buddy.
Quite a while.
We talked about this a little bit on the Simply Predicting All Out / ATW View impromptu that we filmed last night.
Yes.
Me, him, and Keen A Train.
Nice.
We had a little hiatus in between the card where we talked about all things wrestling and mentioned Ariana Grace showing up as the liaison in this NXT crossover for TNA Impact. And
Tremendous.
ever since this started, I've been clamoring for a Santino Ariana segment.
Yes.
And now that she's the liaison and will more than likely be on more episodes of Impact, it ain't Tiffy time. It's Morella time, baby. Like, it is any day now.
Hey, listen, all I'm
Maybe
saying...
we'll get it at Victory Road, Noah.
Hey, I have an idea. Here's the even bigger idea. Italians, get them all together. Have Big One Happy Family. The full-blooded Italians, the Morella family, and Giovanni Vinci.
What about
Dude, Giovanni Vinci got bitched out yesterday. What the fuck was that shit?
I don't know what happened.
I still want to see Little Guido and the FBI versus Tony D'Angelo and the D'Angelo family.
I agree. But also, Giovanni Vinci, too, because I feel like he gets such a bad rep. What did he do?
JJ's right. You should do that at Survivor Series as one of the classic teams.
No. That's Survivor Series. No. Next time TNA runs ECW Arena, you book it there.
Yep.
Okay.
On the FBI's turf. Like, what's up now? Just
Yeah.
forget about it. I'll fuck you up first. Yeah. No. Santino needs to be on NXT this week with Jordan Grace doing her open challenge.
Yes.
And I want the goddamn WWE Santino music back. I said what I said.
They want
the whole fucking shuffle, the whole thing. Like, I want the thing, man.
First, the
trombone.
First, the Italians fight. Then the Morella family makes peace by cooking a lasagna pizza.
A lasagna pizza.
A lasagna pizza. It exists, by the way.
Oh no.
I believe you, but sounds weird.
It's also very unhealthy and
sounds
very
like
diabetes.
There is very few Italian dishes that are healthy, James.
That's true.
I will take carb coma for $500.
Yeah, true. Okay. But yeah, you're so right about that, Jeff. Like, he got so bitched. I was like, what did he do?
Yeah, seriously.
What did he do?
Piss off. God damn.
I mean, supposedly, I heard like one rumor, but I think it was a big old rumor that apparently like he hit legitimately like for shoot on Tiffany. And that's Ludwig Kaiser's girlfriend, but I don't know if that's what it had to do with it. But
I mean, if you leave the trades, it was his girlfriend. Now, Ludwig's been cut off from his Tiffy time. So,
No, has he really been?
That's what I heard.
Well, then what the fuck is the problem?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because he's cocky. It was like to get one over on him, and then
Giovanni Vinci.
Maybe it's not a negative. Maybe something.
Maybe he stole Tiffy.
I was about to say, make an angle out of it. Do what the Elite couldn't do, and make an angle out of reality. God damn it, do it. You should do this now. Make it happen.
I mean, hell, I'd be fighting over Tiffy time. Fuck. You kidding me?
Hey, she's a pretty prize to fight for. I was just saying.
Jesus Christ, cashing my money's fought anytime. Anyway, move right along to the plug. For the love of God.
Noah.
I know. It's a new graphic.
Oh yeah, thanks. Follow me, Choose and Foster 1916 on the Twitter and on YouTube. Again, pretty simple. I do predictions, call wrestling. I endure these shenanigans. That's it for me.
What is going on with your mic, by the way? It sounds like you're from like outer space and shit.
Arigato much, Noah. Roboto.
I don't know. Again, I'm tired, so I haven't checked anything. You all woke me up from a nap, so
That's true.
I didn't wake you up, bro. When I saw that you weren't here, I figured you were so disgusted by the main event that you're like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Nah, it's wrestling. I've seen crazier shit than this. But I know that there is a limit where some people need to figure out what they need to do, even under a lights out circumstance. But I'm not one to super dissect that nonsense.
Well, speaking of seeing crazier shit than this, Noah, avert your eyes. Jeff, get a load of Walter's new graphic.
Jesus Christ.
Ah, yes.
Mamacita.
Dude, that is the Stratus pose from like 2000. I'm fucking here for it.
All day. 2 more Trish Stratus poses, please.
You pathetic, weak.
Bounce a coin off that fucking graphic. Give me a second here.
Jeff, we know, and I'm proud of it. God damn it!
Bong. Carry on.
Walter.
On Twitter, you can follow me at Walter Alex Cruz. The Instagram is the Cowfire Farms, and of course the YouTube at Rage of Wrestling. Please support, like, follow. You need to build the channel up. I'm working hard on stuff. I could really use the support. I love that graphic too.
That poor woman's got nothing covering that ass of her. She's gonna get sunburned.
I was gonna say, I mean, Walter, this is so fucked that I have this in my head. Should I like do a tattoo with the logo of your thing and then put it on
giant Motley right on her ass, like
right there, like just right there.
Make a t-shirt.
I must admit, I was inspired by Virtue's graphics. It's like, you know, how he'll always have Roman Reigns or The Rock or something. It's like, wait a minute. Walter loves him some Lola vibes. What can I find with Lola? And then I used my Luna pick with the old graphic you had made, and I was able to extract his links. Pow, right there onto the graphic.
Tremendous.
Your wife is gonna be pissed.
She thought it was funny. I might make a shirt out of it. Shit.
You should. Since I'm next, I just gotta say before you throw my graphic up, I was at Walmart grocery shopping this morning. I came across the Maya Villa Legacy 3-pack. I told you guys in the chat room. $72. What the fuck are we doing with these wrestling figures?
Well, you figure they're from the Elite Series.
Yeah.
And the Elite Series usually runs about $25 a figure.
I know.
3 figures, $75.
But yeah.
$72.99 is less. You get a $3 discount.
I reckon so. But I was just like, fuck. Like, if money wasn't a fucking worry, it's like, hell yeah, I'll bring it home. You got the High Chief Peter Maivia, you got Solomon Rocky Johnson, you got The Rock, and you got the little follow in there for when you get your Roman Reigns figure for the 40th time. So there you go.
And then there's another set, and it's Alpha, Sika, and Roman.
Oh, that one's not out yet, but dude, I am highly considering that one because that one's when that's when he was like, okay, you're the guy. Like,
damn it, I hate that I work every freaking weekend. Sabu's coming, like 20 minutes from my house too. Damn it.
Oh, sorry. You got the. You said the figure. So yeah.
I had a very serious thought when we were doing episode 300 of the Nerdy Q review.
You did?
As a surprise for no, not sent.
No, I think he's telling Arlene to send. I think.
Either that or what they've already sent, divvy it up, whatever it was. There was a plan for me. Had I been more, cognizant and been able to pull it off, I was going to tell Virtue I got the bloodline to acknowledge him.
Hey, man.
I was getting a cameo from Samu.
Yay.
That was the plan, brother, because he's like $30-$40 on cameo. I'm like, fuck, I can get the bloodline to acknowledge him. It only even cost me $50. I'm here for it. I was discouraged against it because Aaron felt it wouldn't be authentic. I was like, all right, whatever. So But I was thinking of you, Virtue, even though I can't swear on your show anymore, so fuck you for that. But I was thinking of you.
I was thinking of you, but fuck you. But thank you, but also fuck you.
I love you, but fuck you.
I did get the $2 in PayPal, so thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm checking my PayPal. Thank you again if I get it.
Yay, PayPal.
Jeff, go ahead, sir.
All right. So Jeff Meacham is currently on the Sanity Preservation Tour 2024-25. Part of that is finding shit to do that doesn't involve this, like next Saturday, where I'll be attending a baby shower for JJ and I's longtime friend Liana and her beau. She's due in November, JJ. God help us. November rain. So that I'll be gone next week. But then whenever the next karaoke night, which I have been informed is Saturday Shenanigans 90s Country Campfire Karaoke Night. Ah, damn, that's a mouthful and a half. Kind of like 90s Country. I will be here for that because 90s Country is my jam. That's where I listened to my country music, was in the 90s, because I was born in 83. So you do the math, folks, because I can't.
Yeah. I don't know the exact date yet. I'm waiting to see the last week of the month schedule drop, but it'll either be Saturday the 21st of September or Saturday the 28th.
Right.
Didn't want to do it next week because next week Walter will be doing the UFC watch along. We're already going to end up losing him and James to that.
Yeah.
So didn't want to do it next week.
Yeah.
But it'll be one of the last two. I do work on the 21st, but I work early enough that I should be home in time. But if I end up with the 28th off, then we'll do it that. I'm just waiting on the schedule. Basically.
Well, and then you know the 28th, we're not doing the watch alongs of the TV specials anymore, just the pay-per-view. So the Grand Slam show at Arthur Ashe won't be a thing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you saw it on Jeff's graphic. Saturday Shenanigans, 90s Country, Campfire, Karaoke Night. Basically, what I'm going to do is I've put together a playlist. Once we go off the air, it'll be in the group chat for everybody to listen to. This time, the wheel is going to have the artists on the wheel. So we'll spin the name wheel, and then we'll spin the artist wheel. And you get to pick a song from the artist to sing.
I like that.
Unless, of course, it's a super chatter's choice and they pick who sings and what they want to sing. But if it's the random wheel spin, whatever artist comes up on the wheel, you get to sing one of their songs. So make sure you guys familiarize yourselves with the playlist. I know that won't be an issue for you, Jeff. You're already going to know probably a good 80% of this stuff anyways.
That's valid.
There may be a few one or two hit wonders or artists that don't really get played a whole lot that you may have forgotten about. You'll refamiliarize yourself with, but pretty much everything on that playlist, I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with.
Well, the good part about a lot of the people that would be the one-hit wonders or kind of fell off the radar after the 90s, a lot of them were on the Common Thread album to the Eagles. So I know that song at least.
To answer Arlene, yes, it'll be the same as last time where it'll be through PayPal.
Yep.
The only thing that'll be super chatted are wheel spins, the random wheel spins.
Yes.
Unless you want to do like Emmanuel did last time and say, I'm going to buy 5 wheel spins, but let's spin the wheel and see whose name comes up, and then I'll send the $5 to those people since they're going to have to sing anyways.
Yep.
He said, someone is singing My Baby Tonight or Achy Breaky Heart.
I know both those songs by heart. Fucking let's fucking go.
You know it by your achy breaky heart?
Now, you just said My Baby Tonight. Are you talking about JEFFJARRETT? Haha, ain't he great? With My Baby Tonight? Or are you talking about John Michael Montgomery's Be My Baby Tonight?
I even know that one. So there you go.
Yeah.
I can cover the gamut. This is going to be a nice show for me. I can fuck with this show.
Yeesh.
Oh, I got to find my cowboy hat. Fuck, I gotta find it.
So there's all that. And then, of course, you can find me on Instagram, the Renegade JJ Williams, on Twitter, ROWJJ Williams, on YouTube, Casa D18 Studios. Thank you to all of you guys that are tuned in right now and watching. And a very special thank you. Let me refresh so I can get the most recent number. To the 818 of you that clicked on to the All Out presentation from not that long ago.
Whoa!
Wow.
Don't know how long they watched it. It doesn't give me all that, but 818 people clicked on my link for AEW All Out, the watch along, at some point during Walter and Noah calling the action. So thank you to
Yes.
all of you guys that clicked on that.
That just shows. Hey, Tony, here, come here. Tony, listen to me as I fillet the microphone. Short card that people wanted to see. And if they didn't want to have to deal with paying for your $50 fucking dollars, they wanted to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Learn, Tony. Grow as a promoter. Ah. It's like, it's not fucking hard. Been saying it for 20 years. Much like other things in my life, but that's another show.
And then, as I showed earlier, I will be reviewing the Mr. McMahon documentary. It will be premiering on the members only side first, and it'll probably stay there for a good month before it gets released on the regular side of things. So if you want to know while it's still relevant what I have to say, make sure you sign up for the members only section.
Like I told on Twitter and you responded to, Jay, I firmly believe there will be no bigger story in the history of our fandom, everybody in this room, than the downfall of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
It is the most newsworthy thing ever. It's more newsworthy than WCW going under, AEW launching, any of it.
Is it more newsworthy than the Benoit murder suicide?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy to think.
As deplorable and as shocking as that was, we have all at some point on one of these shows or in conversations with our fellow fans, Vince McMahon was going to die in that chair as the head of that company. And now it's not going to happen. Vince will never retire. Vince will never leave WWE. Vince will never sell the company. All of that has happened. And we are living it here and now. What happened with Chris Benoit and his family is apparently being tunneled through the command center because she's late again. But it's all good. We love her anyway. Go ahead.
Hey, hi everybody. Okay, I think did I make it this time?
You did.
No, we just finished the shows and we were getting ready to sign off again.
But I'm here. Hi. So yeah. So now the deal is teleported in again. Yeah, it as horrible as the Chris Benoit thing will forever be. And here we go. Here's my getting right with the wrestling gods. Hogan, shut the fuck up comparing yourself to Chris. Jesus Christ, stop, Terry.
Yes, yes,
Stop it.
yes. All unanimously agree. Raised hand for I.
Oh, golly, just no, Terry. That's a bad Terry.
Okay, that ends that.
Okay,
All right,
thank
next.
you. Anyway, damn.
Just to the point, I think he believes his own bullshit. Like,
Oh, dude,
It's
okay.
Terry.
Here we go.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Yeah.
That little kid is my goddamn hero.
He's my spirit animal.
He is. He's my fucking spirit animal for real.
Wait, but he's a person, though.
I don't care.
Fair.
Don't ruin the bit, James.
yeah, don't read into it, damn it.
Sorry, the TISM activated.
Fucking
Took things literal again.
fucking literal mother.
Hey!
Oh, I feel literal, not literal, but anyway, that's what let's go. Anyway.
Whoa!
So yeah. as horrible as what happened with Chris Benoit and his family was, it was never in our mindset that Vince would ever be gone. And now he is. And now we get to have a documentary with him included in it. Talking about it. The fuck?
This is weird.
Docu-series. It's a 6-part docu-series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to have 6 weeks of this, and from everything we hear, it's just going to get worse and worse every week. So
I don't know if it's going to be an every week thing or if they're going to do what Netflix normally does and drop all 6 episodes at once. But in any event, we're still going to get 6 episodes over this.
Well, if they do, I'll learn my lesson from watching The Dark Side of the Ring about Benoit and not watch both of them back to back in the middle of the night where I have nobody to turn to and cry to. Because that shit fucked me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Eddie's documentary got me. I almost cried. The A&E thing.
Dude, that was so no way I could watch that again.
It was sad. I mean, a lot of it was footage we'd seen on Cheating, Death, Stealing Life, but at least, yeah, it was sad. But yeah, the 2-parter about Benoit and Dark Side. I recommend watching that in a room full of people that you can hug and let you know that everything is going to be okay. Good shit. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts about it, everybody's thoughts about it, James's thoughts about it. I don't know if I'll be able to coherently speak on it. I'll be so fakaktima when it's over. Like, whoa, because there's probably a lot of shit we did not know.
Yep.
Because of how private Vince was for the longest time.
Probably.
There's going to be some life-changing shit on this thing. I can almost guarantee it.
And to Vince, since I have the Mario cap on, I have one thing to say to you. A Goomba, fuck you!
There you go.
There you go. Had to make one joke there.
Arlene would love to hear Datilla's
Yes.
thoughts on what we discussed so far, since we
What did-
were getting ready to wrap things up. So I will very quickly go bullet point by bullet point with you, and you can give a couple of thoughts here and there. I will say, Arlene, if you want to know what she thought about All Out, you're going to have to tune into Rangers of Wrestling and watch her review, which is why she was late, because she was doing that before she came here. So
Yes.
we'll skip the All Out Fallout part.
Oh,
The Kevin Kelly and the Boys lawsuit against AEW.
yeah.
From my understanding, they're suing them because they are labeling them as independent contractors instead of employees.
They're taking their termination as a attempt to have a rallying cry and reintroduce the discussion of independent contractors versus employees. Yeah, they're basically using their bullshit as a scapegoat. Sorry, Jack, to bring this conversation back up, which is why JR called it frivolous.
Because it is.
My opinion.
I mean, if they feel like they were wrong, they have every right to sue.
Sure.
You know, that's the only thing I can say.
Yep.
You know, you have a right to sue and to be sued. So if they feel like they were wrong, they're all in their right to sue.
That's fair.
All in. Over here. She keeps moving. I can't point. You keep moving her. I can't move that fast. I'm drunk as fuck. To the Vogue shit.
So there was that. There was the Nikki and Artem and Odyssey Jones domestic violence stuff.
Ugh.
Okay, like
That's pretty much what we said. I was more for a letter about it.
like, do you just want me to give my thoughts on what
Yeah.
I think? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna like ask me something in regards to that.
Well,
Although-
it was brought up because people were. I mean, they've been very talked about news stories over the last week or so.
Yeah. I hope Nikki and Mateo are doing okay. You know, I know that could be a very scary situation. I hope she's doing okay and that she'll come out of this okay.
It's pretty much what we got to. After I was much more of an asshole than I intended to be.
And
Accurate.
then Odyssey Jones.
For Odyssey Jones, domestic violence is never okay. I don't know exactly what because I don't think there were I know it was being reported that he was fired
Yeah,
Fired?
that was the reason.
fired for domestic violence, yeah, but domestic violence is never okay. But he definitely deserves to get punished
If it's true, yeah.
if it's
I was
true.
going to
If
say,
it's
we don't even know if it's true yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you see Datilla that Odyssey Jones on his, I think it was his Twitter, said that nobody knows my truth of the story?
Yeah, domestic violence is a serious allegation, and I know that there are some people that do lie. Not saying that's the case here with Odyssey, but if it's true, he deserves to be punished. If it's false, then hopefully it gets rectified.
Become Amber Heard and be blackballed. That's all I can say.
So the way your graphics set up, if she moves her head just a little bit, it looks like she's hanging on the curtain.
What?
Yeah, true.
Sorry, she's fucking with me. I don't know why.
Well, to be fair, I think I was hanging off the curtain for a little bit too.
Oh, okay, there. Oh, no, that's she not. That's the floating head. She's fucking zombie and shit.
It's a portrait.
Like,
hanging on the
Hi,
wall.
McCahony, ho.
It's a
You know.
picture
You
hanging
don't
on the
know.
wall. Look at this.
Damn
Look
it,
at this
Jeff.
wonderful lady over here. The nice portrait hanging up here on the Saturday Shenanigans set.
That's right.
What's after that? The next.
That was pretty much it. We were doing our shows at that point.
Yeah, I think we got like a couple super chat discussions that were just super chat like memes more than anything. I think.
The way your hair looks, we need to cast Attila as Madame Leota, like another Haunted Mansion thing.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Send us a super chat from somewhere beyond.
Damn it.
So there
But
you
yeah,
go.
that was pretty much it. I don't know. Did you see the Trick Williams music video?
Ooh,
I
yeah.
actually did not. I did hear about it though.
Yeah,
It's
that was
fun.
the only other thing really that we discussed briefly, and it was more me and James because I know how much he's got the show where he does hip hop with Keen A-Train and stuff.
Don DeMarco, bang,
Yeah.
bang. Now, real quick, Tatilla, I will say he was inspired by Joe Hendry to do this. So, on the basis of that, you should watch it. Just that.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a try.
There you go. That's how you convince her. Just bring up Joe Hendry.
And since everybody in here believes in Joe Hendry, I'm like fucking no DQ, and I can't say it without getting scorned at. You guys will be happy to know they don't watch TNA, and Aaron didn't watch NXT, so they don't get the shtick still. I was on the I know.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
posted in the No DQ group chat about Giselle Shaw, and he was like, "Breaking news."
Yeah, Aaron will always, my opinion, hold everything against TNA for bringing Hogan in and ruining the fandom of TNA back in the day, which he's not wrong in that respect, but TNA is way better now than it ever used to be. So
Yeah,
Accurate.
even in its
At least since the early days.
yes, no, that's true. Yeah, the Asylum days and the early Spike days were golden. It's just once Hogan and Bischoff showed up, it was what it was. But what I was going to say was, you guys will be happy to know that the Joe Hendry vernaculars entered the daily Meacham life. We'll be in the car, and I'll be talking about my brother, and he'll call, and I go, say his name, and he appears. My dad will go, I think Patrick is calling. And I'm like, God
That's
damn it, I'm
so
creating
cool.
a monster.
By the way,
You just perked Noah up. We've seen more life out of him in those couple of moments that we have all night.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
dude,
Noah, do you believe?
Do I believe? But how dare you even ask me that question? Of course I believe. It still pisses me off that Oliver Page didn't freaking drop the NXT championship and that hater Josh Alexander screwed Joe Hendry again. So hopefully he gets his comeuppance at Victory Road. Anyway.
I don't
just-
think it is. I think it's going to lead to a stipulation match at Bound for Glory.
I
They're doing
can
it
see
so
that.
early.
I'm still holding out though for shut up. I'm still holding out for Joe Hendry versus whoever for the TNA World Championship at Bound for Glory because I'm still debating on going, but I'm not sure. And I could rant about Josh Alexander tonight, but I'm too damn tired. But I did saw your PayPal manual. Take care, folks, of yourselves. And
Yes.
I also saw your PayPal, Emmanuel. Thank you very much.
I got you on the Josh Alexander hate, Noah, because I can sum it up. I can warm my radio for karaoke. It's not country karaoke, but when it comes to Josh and Ethan Page conspiring against Joe Hendry, blame Canada, blame Canada. It seems that everything's gone wrong since they came along. There you go.
Hey, they're going to
I
be.
haven't heard that song since South Park.
Damn it.
Oh, no wonder I didn't know it.
It was nominated for an Oscar, and Rob Williams sang that shit. That shit's forever like a glorious thing in my mind.
Dude,
I don't watch South
With the
Park
Canadian
anymore.
flapping heads.
Right?
Yeah, by the way, real quick, we got to talk about this next week for sure. It has to be a topic. That the new Canadian promotion, Mauro Ranallo and Don Callis is the commentary.
Yes!
Yes!
Dr. Moore is once again my hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
I cannot wait for
and-
that freaking show the both days.
Dude, he's getting something from like every promotion on there.
Pretty
apparently.
much, yeah.
That's because Scott's got the freaking credit. He's respected as hell. Everybody in the fucking industry realizes TNA did him fucking dirty.
Damn right.
So, or no, I'm sorry. Anthem did him fucking dirty.
Yeah,
True that.
Yeah, because remember, he wanted to actually put TNA on the map outside of fucking jack off network with B-rated movies and music bullshit no one knows about. God forbid we make something more important than some other piss poor media forum.
That's probably why Giselle Shaw left, because she's dating Scott D'Amore.
Noah is awakened.
Noah woke up quick.
I didn't know that
Fuck
Giselle and
Colin.
Scott were even together until you mentioned in the chat the other day. I had to look it up. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know.
The Tilla just completely got cut off there.
Sorry,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah. I said I think that's probably why she requested her release.
Yep.
It's a shame because I felt like she had so much potential to be Knockouts champion, and I just feel like TNA never capitalized on that. She should have at least been Knockouts tag team champion when she was doing the Shawtarage.
Did she ever cash in her thing she wanted?
She did. She lost.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really the match at the No Surrender. And then she took that hiatus before Gail Kim brought her back home to say do things in the knockout, and now she's gone.
She the reason she probably lost is because maybe she wanted to leave. Maybe she wanted to leave and they
She
didn't
already
let her leave
said.
at that time.
Yeah, maybe sure they told him she was leaving. So like, okay, we're not gonna have you win. It's fucking useless.
Yeah.
'Cause
By the way,
her match came after Scott D'Amore was fired. So
Oh wow, yeah.
it makes sense that she probably wanted to leave. But she's an amazing talent, and she's definitely champion material. So I can't wait to see what she does next. It's a loss for TNA, but based on this week's episode, it seems like we're gonna get Xia Li, and we did sign Heather Reckless. So I'd say things are going to be okay for TNA in terms of the Knockouts division.
And curious who's going to open Jordan or answer Jordan's challenge on NXT. That's going to be interesting. I'm curious now.
Yep. Anyway,
so not getting me to watch NXT, but good luck with
Oh
that.
come on!
what if NXT and the Canadian promotion and TNA all get together and they do a little crossover? You gotta at that point. Mauro Ranallo could be back on NXT. You gotta try.
That might bring me back to watching NXT weekly. It might.
I just find it funny that Scott D'Amore started the new promotion. It's got Mauro Ranallo. Now that he's out of TNA, who just debuted in TNA? John Layfield. Hey, everybody.
Oh my God, what is going on in wrestling?
I have no fucking I have no fucking idea.
John Layfield shows up in an arena, Mexico. Let's just get John Layfield killed. Let's just make that be a thing. Like, what are we doing?
Hey, John Layfield, can you clothesline Alberto Del Dipshit for me? Thanks. I never thought I'd root for you, but please do it.
No. Clothesline is headed into the next city, vato, por favor.
Totally. And on that note, back to the Renegade. JJ.
Oil the way!
Datilla, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you?
Yeah, you can check me out at Rangers of Wrestling YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because Saturdays and Sundays. I know it's like September already, but if you're a Power Rangers fan, I did go to Power MorphiCon in August. So you want to check out all the cool stuff that I did from there for free. You can follow me on Twitter at @Datilla_, where I talk WWE, AEW, TNA, And for all things TNA, you can check me out every Thursday on Body Slam.
Yes. There you
And
go.
Power Rangers is 30, which means the top row, except Attila, is now really fucking old.
31.
No, I'm
31,
29. I'm
31.
29. I'm 29.
I said the top row, except Attila. Fuck off.
That's true.
Okay. James, I love you. Don't change.
Yeah, I know.
And then speaking of TNA, the next time we will be doing a watch along will be next Friday, Friday the 13th for Victory Road.
Still fuck Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Noah. You're upset that they went from Ohio to Texas.
As he should be.
He should be. That's kind of bullshit.
He was going to go,
I know.
Yeah.
but now he may end up going to Bound for Glory instead, which,
There you
let's
go.
be real, is a bigger show. So, you know.
That's true.
Again, we'll see.
right.
And you're also right there, but yeah.
We need
I
to get
mean,
Noah a little.
we're talking
Jason,
about SummerSlam as compared to Clash at the Castle
That's true.
or Elimination Chamber or Backlash. Like, seriously.
we need to get Noah a little Jason Voorhees lapel pin to wear on Friday.
For real, right?
For this suit.
Hey, you know what? There's probably a Spirit Halloween store near him. He can probably find one of those hockey masks for under $5.
Trick or Treat Studios, I know, has that mask and the pins, and they like stock the fuck out of Spirit. So I would say make it like, yeah, the lapel pins can't be more than $5-10, dude. It would just be a funny touch
It would.
because they would know. The people in the audience would know.
By the way, I have requests to end the show with my funny catchphrase since I couldn't start it with the beginning because that all out thing fucked me up.
That's
You're
fine. But
Thank
yeah, unfortunately, I won't be there for the entirety of Victory Road because of work. But it is what it is.
And I will be in the audience. So I'll be on the road taking Dylan up to the Insane. It's his mother's house. So you know,
Oh my god!
it is what it is.
And then, of course, like I touched on earlier, we will be back on Saturday night. James and Walter covering UFC, while the rest of us are doing the shenanigans.
Noche? I said Noche UFC?
See, it's noche.
Yeah. Oh, because it's Hispanic Heritage Month. That's why.
Yes,
exactly.
Indeed.
Oh wait,
Los Dominguez.
Damn it, Jeff.
The Dominguez is
They're Latino. It's Los Dominguez.
I'm
Los Dominguez.
I'm English and Italian. How do I know Espanol?
Well, are they going to be Las Dominguez though?
So I guess that means that at least for the intro next week, El Renegado de la Lucha Libre needs to make an appearance.
Okay.
Olé!
This is worse than Los Matadores at this point. This is getting ridiculous.
See.
Okay.
Brito.
James, go ahead and do your funny thing so we can get out of here.
All right. Well, until next time, my folks, it's me, Mario. I'm Mario. I'm a hurt, I'm old, I'm a fucking tired, and I stomp on the fucking Goombas. Good night, everyone.
For Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, for Datilla, for Jeff motherfucking Meacham, finally showing up to the Saturday shenanigans.
Missed you, bro.
Sorry.
For the Heat Man James Hebert and the Simple Man Noah Foster, I am the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams saying thank y'all for joining us and tuning in. And we will see you guys Friday for our watch-along coverage of Victory Road.
Have a good night, folks. Team Sega for life.
Look at
See you
his
Nintendo.
eyes. What do
See you
see?
next time.
Stomping on the
I'm Nintendo.
Goombas.
I'm Team Nintendo.
Nintendo, not Sega.